I mean, I thought my dad was a superhero, you know? I mean, no matter what, he's coming home. If he's lost, but he's gonna find his way home, you know? And it didn't really happen. I think early on in the night, if I remember right, I was at like a middle school dance or something like that.
I was 13, so I kind of knew missing back then was basically not looking good, so.
Then all of a sudden we saw lights coming down the street and pulling in front of the house. I remember hearing my mother scream.
11 years old, yeah.
Not a great night, but.
December 3rd, he was just doing his job that night. But he was a hero to a lot of us and a lot of other people way prior to December 3rd.
People down at Shaw's would say, here comes Paul Brotherton with the 6 ducklings all lined up. My husband was a hero in his life, not in his death.
After that night, I decided that's what I wanted to do. Sealed the deal completely.
I was around 6 years old when I knew I wanted to be a firefighter.
I mean, seeing my dad come home from work, you know, and you smell the smoke on him when you give him a hug, that's kind of what I always wanted, and I loved that smell growing up.
He's following, of course, in his dad's footsteps. He's wearing his father's badge. That badge was reserved for when one of Jerry's sons would come on the fire department, if they decided to. My brother, I'm sure he would be busting buttons. He'd be so proud of him.
If I was pitching you a Hollywood movie where I said 6 brave men died while protecting the community they served, and within, 20 years, 7 sons of those firefighters would now be working as experienced firefighters in the same department, nobody would buy that. And that's exactly what happened here.
But we're proud to do the job that he did. And personally, I hope to be a great firefighter someday like he was.
I'm 3rd generation. My grandfather's a firefighter. My father was on my whole life up until the fire. I mean, let's be honest, it's fun too.
When we show up to a fire, for me, it's pure excitement. It's a double-edged sword, because I know somebody's about to lose, God knows whatever, their life or property, but it's what we signed up to do. I absolutely love it.
My brother Steve was right. There's a lot of emotions, a lot of adrenaline, a lot of excitement, but you just have to kind of keep your cool and just kind of go down that checklist and keep doing what you're doing.
The meaning of being a firefighter to me, I mean, it's everything. It's life now. It's the brotherhood. I mean, the guys I work with are the best guys I've ever met in my entire life, you know? And I know that they'll be lifelong friends forever, too.
It's probably one of the best jobs you can have. I know guys say you won the lottery. It's definitely, I wouldn't want to do anything else.
I love this city, love this department. So I said, this is where I want to be. This is my home.
And everybody wears that pride of being a Worcester firefighter, but being from Franklin Street Station is probably, in my eyes, the best place to be.
The nice thing for us is that both Jerry and my son, Peter, are working in that house with some of the Brothertons, and that group is tight. They're the future of the fire department, and they're having children now, so I think that it's going to be a long time that they'll have members that remember.
I did just become a father. October 1st, my son, Jeremiah Michael Lucy IV, was born. Pretty proud to, have that name carried on. And it's funny, because when he was born, a fire engine came ripping by the hospital window, lights, sirens and stuff, and you could hear it. And it makes you think somebody was watching over,